guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day and a great week. So today we're doing something different. We're going to convert an ordinary PlayStation 4 controller into something like this. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. Okay, so the items you're gonna need is spray paint. I bought 2 cans of spray paint. It cost me 6 real each, so that's 12 reals. I bought some thumb grips because we're customizing it. So this cost me about 3 real, 4 real, so that's 16 reals in total. And of course you need PlayStation controller. So if you don't have a PlayStation controller, totally it's gonna cost you 256. But with that, if you already have a PlayStation controller, it's only gonna cost you 16, sorry. And you're gonna need a blunt knife. I'll show you why in a second. You're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver, a small one preferably. And last but not least, you're gonna need a set of pliers, because there's gonna be 2 wires there that you need to, not wires technically, a female to male connection that you need to pull out slowly. So let's get on to the build. Okay, so what we're gonna do is first we're gonna turn this around, of course, and take out these 4 screws the back. But remember, doing this will take out the warranty, so if anything happens to it, to your controller while building, the PlayStation's not gonna cover it because you changed the color. Anyway, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Don't sweat it. Okay, so what we're gonna do, you're gonna carefully take out the screws, and make sure you have a container to keep these screws in, otherwise you're gonna get lost. You see this? So I have a bag here, so I'm just gonna put the screws in this bag, and all the and the electronic component which is inside this, I'm gonna put that also in the bag. So oh, accidentally did that. So so we've officially removed it. Now you gotta slowly from the sides, slowly open it, because if you open it all together like this, it's gonna snap from the middle and everything is going to go bonkers. So what we're gonna need is this blunt knife that I asked you guys to have. If you guys don't have a blunt knife, you can use anything that's flat, like a minus screwdriver. You can use that, but I have a blunt knife, so I'm just going to pry this here. Just gonna pry it here and just hold it there, and I'm gonna use this to open the other side while the blunt knife holds this in place. By the way, it's only going to be on this part, so this part's now officially opened. I'm only going to do the paint job on the top part, not on the bottom part, because this has this firm grip part, socket holes, pores, if you may call it here. So painting over it can cause it to be less grippy. So I'm not going to paint on top of this, I'm just going to paint on the bottom. Okay, so as you've seen, we have finally taken this out, and once we took it out, the buttons are all still in place. This is the wire that I was talking about, the female wire. It's going to need pliers, but if you don't have pliers, you can carefully use your hands and remove this sucker. See, you see this? You set this now aside. Leave it there. So now this is the very, very delicate part, okay? You don't need to touch any of the rumblers. This is the motherboard, so you just have to remove this one screw that's here. Okay, take it out, put it in the bag, and slowly, ever so gently, take out the whole mainframe. Okay, this, by the way, is from the buttons here, so we'll be putting this back. Don't worry, it's the share button and the options button. We'll be putting that back also. Just slowly take this out. And as you can see here, there's one more object that's obstructing the way of you pulling this out. You see? But you don't have to. This thing, just gently maneuver around it and you can take this whole thing out. After you take this whole thing out, carefully put this into the bag and just let it remain there. You see these two share buttons and option buttons? Take that, put it into the bag. You see this? Put it into the bag. But make sure you keep the component and the screws away from it. Now, as you can see in the PlayStation 3 also, this same button scheme is there. The membrane is on the back. Just clear out this table. The membranes on the back. This is very important also, just as any other component. Just pull this out. You see the PlayStation button, and take this out. See that? You take this out. You see that? After you take this out, you've got all your buttons. You've got the X, the square, the triangle, and the circle. You've got the joypad. I mean, not the joypad. The whatever. Okay, so you take all of this. Make sure you have everything in your hand. PlayStation button. This. Okay. We've got the two membranes. The circle, the square, the X, the triangle, this in the place. Okay, we've got everything. Now just put that in there. So this is what we're working with. Now before we paint this, we're gonna have a warm water in a basin, and then we're gonna put this to clean it off. So to clean any dirt or any oil particles that might stick onto this and prevent the paint from staying on this plastic. So what we're gonna do now is go clean it. Okay, so we fill our mug with warm water. We've got a PlayStation controller. We're just gonna dip it into that, just turn it about, just leave it in there, just and then turn this other side, and just keep doing it to get all that unwanted bits out of it. And then we're gonna get a dry towel, and we're going to put we're gonna dry this out. You can also use a hair dryer, but then I wouldn't recommend it because of the heat can change the plastic shape a lot, so wouldn't highly recommend it. So after you've got this, put this into a towel, take out all the unwanted dirt you see here at the end, and we're almost done. So the underneath, make sure you take out all, okay, even from underneath, because you don't want to leave a single thing behind. Just hold it underneath and just see. As you can see now, wait just a bit more. As you can see now, we have officially cleaned it. Looks good. You can see it. You can see most of the stuff clearly now. So anyway, now we're gonna move on to the painting. And wait, before that, I'll show you, if you guys want some designs on it, we'll show you how to do it with tape. So you can just cover some of it and then put paint on it, so you can have some designs instead of spending extra money on decals. Okay, so we got this made. We didn't get the this thing, you know, the stripes, but it requires lots of patience and everything. Oh, dropped it, shit. So anyway, uh, we have this. The best way is to do a far coating, which means don't bring it too close. Just put it like about approximately this much away from the PlayStation, so that 3 to 4 coats you get it, instead of you get a very neat look. Plus, you know, it doesn't get very messy, and you know, you don't ruin your controller. And also on top of that, it gives 3 to 4 coats, also, you know, finishes up the extra additional touches. So what we're gonna do is we're going to now spray it with yellow, the first coat. Okay, that's the first coat. Now we'll wait and then do the second and third coat. Okay, so we've got it. You see what happens when you do 4 coats instead of 1 heavy coat? You get it perfectly. Our sticker is still underneath this, so after this is dried, we're going to peel it off. You're gonna see it. So until then, until this dries, I think it's gonna, for us, because of the climate and nice AC here, it's gonna dry within like 3 to 4 hours. But then for other people, it's recommended to keep at least for 12. Otherwise, the paint's gonna get all sticky. And then until then, and after this, we're gonna show you how to reinstall your PS4. And if you guys want the no, it's these things. One second. Let's go here. The thumb grips. If you guys want some of these thumb grips, you guys can, it's on the link in the description. It's just $0.99, which is basically $1. So I'm also gonna, if you guys have this, I'm just going to show you how to install this. It's kind of a bit finicky, but after you get it on, it's really good. So just wait till it dries. Okay, so it's officially finished drying. Looks good. I mean, except the other side. Okay, it's done. Paint job's on except for the back. I mean, no one's gonna look at the backs. It's fine. But then the front, it's done. It looks like it has a bright yellow. It's good. And this is our bottom piece. Some machinery that's supposed to connect to it, and this is our touchpad that's connected to the circuit board. For now, we'll just leave this aside and we'll get down to building this back. So what we're gonna do now is take this the other side, take the triangle, make sure it's like this. See this? You see these notches? You see these notches? It's supposed to go and fit into these notches, so it kind of goes in like so, and so you see, fits in like that, and then the X. All you have to do is take the X button, which is here. Same thing, you can see where it is, and kind of hard to do this by hand. Let me see if I can adjust. Okay, I did notice an issue while putting it in. You see this? This is let me focus. Okay, see this? This nobody in other videos will show you, but this is unfinished, undried. Okay, so what you can do with this is just since it's undried, you can like kind of mold it. Yes, that's the word. And in this, you see this. It's a little bit painted, but as you can see, the thing when you put the buttons in, it's not like clicky. It just kind of stays in place. So in order to remove that, just take a nail file and just file all inside this. Just, it doesn't have to be completely black. Just file it, you know, till you think it is right. There's another thing I forgot to mention. Do not file, like this is how you file it. You see, do not file it a lot because you might remove the plastic itself, so be careful of that. And other than that, there's nothing else. There's no other issue. Just be careful. This is a very fragile part. Just keep doing that, and at the end you can take your hand and rip this off. Okay, so I put the buttons back. You see that, right? There are these 4 nib kind of things. You gotta put the membranes onto these nibs, so then you get this sphere. You see, oh, it's falling out. It's falling out. Of course, if gravity would fall out. Now you just have to put your PS button in, and just as the same, all you gotta do is just add the membrane, and that's it. This, you see these nibs? You see these nibs? You see these holes? These go in like that. After that wiring, and yeah. So what you do now is, you carefully place this thing back in. Okay, I got the pliers. Okay, so all you have to do is now remove this. You see this, there's this tab at the end here that you can pull. There's this tab here. Use your pliers and gently pull on this to detach it from there, and then push it through this, and voila. Now what you do is push this, fit this into this, and you'd be good to go. Okay, we fit everything. Looks good. Oh wait, it needs to be pushed out a bit. 1 second. Let me just push this in a bit. That's how you know it's supposed to be fit. Anywho, this is now officially, yep, that's the bump. Okay, there you go. Everything is working. Also the 2 buttons, the share and options button, they both are working. So is the touchpad. You can still touch, of course. And let's see if now what we have to do is put in the silver screw. That was the phone. Let me just put this back in there, and we've officially sealed it. And I mean, this doesn't have to be a yellow color. I chose yellow to put it, but it can be any color that you want. And now this blue tag, all you gotta do is put this back in to it, so it goes in like that. So therefore you take the pliers and then take the pliers and then you push it in. Wait, this wire goes in there, so wait a minute, you need to grab it quite firmly and you push it in, and after that press the PS button. As you can see, it's still working, and all you gotta do is now slowly push this back in. All you gotta do is slowly snap everything back into place. Okay, I mean, everything works. Now all you gotta do is take these screws and screw them back. Okay, it's done. See, I also added the thumb pads. I've got two more. I got two more. I think I'll just add it to this normal one. To show you that it works, just gonna put this up, and also I'm gonna show you it's on. See, it's on. Okay, I'm gonna also show you that there's nobody behind controlling this controller. Okay, you see this? Now, see? Now press the up button, it's going up. Press the down button, it goes down. Now you can keep pressing right, left button and keep going to the left. And check the joystick. It's going down. If I ask it to go down, it'll go down. If I want it to go up, it'll go up. If I want to go up again, it'll go up. And just press the share button. As the share button works, so let's just escape. X works, and circle works. Let me just 1 second. It's just options button. Options button. Let's press the options button. See that? Now let's just 1 second. Just to show you the X button works. X button works. See, all the buttons work, even the touchpad. I don't know how to show you this. Probably like I don't know, but and the PS button works. If you hold it, shows you the power. And then you can turn off the PlayStation like that. And so there you go. That's how to convert your ordinary PlayStation remote to a custom remote for cheap. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and thumb grips in the description below. They've got 3 to 4 different colors, so you can choose them. And don't worry, I bought it and I got it on the day that they said I'd get it. So it's very reliable, even if it's on eBay, because most of the stuff is not reliable. Like the decal, I asked that guy, the guy hasn't sent it yet, even though it's past the due date. So don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification so you know when we post another video. So bye.